Chosen ones are isolated without romantic connections. Good evening, champions. Today I want to speak to the chosen ones. You know who you are. The ones who feel like the universe handed you a mission so big, so grand, that it sometimes feels like there's no room for anything or anyone else. You may feel isolated and your heart may long for connection, but hear me when I say this, your isolation is not a curse, it's a forge. A place where you are molded into something extraordinary. We live in a world where connection is celebrated, but for the chosen ones, the path is different. The lack of romantic ties you may experience isn't a void, it's a space where your power grows. It's in the silence of solitude that clarity emerges. It's in the stillness that purpose becomes undeniable. You are not alone because you are unworthy, you are alone because you are destined to walk a path that few can even comprehend. Embrace it, own it, and know that this season is preparing you for something far greater than fleeting emotions or momentary distractions. Let me give you 7 key truths to hold on to when the nights feel long and the journey feels steep. Isolation breeds mastery. In solitude, you find your truest self. This is where you sharpen your skills, refine your vision, and prepare for the impact only you can make. Romantic connections can wait, purpose cannot. Love is beautiful, but it is not urgent. Your purpose, your calling, that is urgent. Build your foundation first. The right connection will align with your mission, not distract you from it. Embrace the gift of focus. Being untethered gives you the rare gift of undivided attention. Use it wisely. Focus on your goals, your growth, and the legacy you are here to create. The right people will find you. True connections, whether romantic or otherwise, don't require chasing. When the time is right, the right people will align with your energy and mission. Until then, keep moving forward. Loneliness is temporary, greatness is eternal. What feels like loneliness now is simply the cost of preparing for greatness. It's a season, not a sentence. Remember, every storm passes. The best love story is with yourself. Fall in love with your own journey. When you respect, admire, and cherish yourself, you radiate the kind of energy that attracts only the best into your life. Your mission will make you magnetic. When you fully step into your purpose, you will no longer feel isolated. Instead, you will draw others to you who resonate with your power, your vision, and your authenticity. So, chosen ones, stand tall. Your path is unique, your journey is sacred, and your impact is inevitable. Isolation is not your punishment, it's your preparation. When you walk out of this phase, you'll do so with unshakable strength and undeniable purpose. This is your time. This is your season. Own it, and the world will never be the same. Now go out there and live boldly. You've got this. Isolation breeds mastery. Isolation can feel like a punishment, but in reality, it's a sacred gift. The greatest masters, the visionaries who changed the world, were often isolated before their breakthrough moments. Why? Because in isolation, you strip away distractions. You're left with nothing but yourself, your thoughts, your fears, and your potential. When you're alone, you're forced to confront your weaknesses and double down on your strengths. This is where mastery begins. This is where champions are built. It's easy to get lost in the noise of relationships, obligations, and societal expectations. But isolation, that's pure. That's where focus sharpens and clarity takes root. Imagine a blade being forged in fire. It's not surrounded by other tools or distractions, it's alone in the heat. That's what isolation does to you. It owns you, strengthens you, prepares you. Every minute you spend in solitude is a minute closer to mastery. Think about the legends in art, science, and leadership. They didn't achieve greatness by blending in, they did it by stepping away, by focusing, by locking in on their craft with unrelenting dedication. Isolation isn't the end, it's the beginning. You have a choice to make when you're alone. You can wallow in self-pity, or you can rise in self-discipline. The world isn't going to hand you mastery, you've got to take it. And solitude is your opportunity to do just that. There's a power in solitude that most people never tap into. They run from it. But not you. You embrace it. You know that every second spent in isolation is building the person you're meant to be. This is your season to go deep, to learn, to create, to grow. You don't need anyone else right now. You just need you. And when you master yourself, you'll be unstoppable. You're not missing out on life. You're preparing for it. When the time comes, you won't just participate in life, you'll dominate it. That's the power of isolation. Think of solitude as your workshop, your laboratory. This is where the experiments happen, where the breakthroughs occur, and where the magic is created. Every great creation starts in isolation. Isolation isn't about being alone, it's about being aligned. It's about tuning into your purpose without interference. When you're isolated, you're not lonely, you're locked in. This isn't a curse, it's a blessing. It's the universe telling you to pause, focus, and prepare. And when the time comes, you'll emerge stronger, wiser, and ready to take on the world. Isolation doesn't weaken you, it fortifies you. It strips away the unnecessary and reveals what's essential. And what's essential is you, your talent, your vision, your purpose. So don't resist the solitude. Embrace it, dive into it, use it, let it shape you, mold you, and transform you. Because when you do, you won't just be better, you'll be the best. You're not isolated because you're unworthy, you're isolated because you're chosen. And chosen ones are always forged in the fire of solitude. Romantic connections can wait, purpose cannot. We live in a world that glorifies romance. From movies to music, we're bombarded with the message that love completes us. But let me tell you something, you're already complete. You don't need another person to validate your existence. Romantic connections are beautiful, yes, but they're not urgent. Your purpose, on the other hand, is a ticking clock. The world is waiting for what only you can bring. You don't have time to waste on distractions. Think about it. How many people have put their dreams on hold for a relationship? How many have compromised their purpose to keep someone else happy? That's not your path. You're here for something bigger. When you chase romance before purpose, you dilute your potential. You split your energy. But when you focus on your mission, everything else falls into place. The right person will align with your journey, not pull you away from it. You have a fire inside you, a calling that demands your full attention. Don't dim that fire for anyone. Don't let temporary emotions derail your eternal impact. This isn't about rejecting love. It's about prioritizing what matters most. Love will come when the time is right. And when it does, it will enhance your life, not complicate it. You're not here to settle for ordinary. You're here to create extraordinary. That takes focus, discipline, and commitment. Relationships can wait. Your destiny cannot. Every minute you spend chasing the wrong connection is a minute lost from your purpose. Don't let that happen. Guard your time. Guard your energy. Stay locked in on what truly matters. Romance is like dessert, it's sweet, but it's not the main course. Your purpose is the feast. Feed your soul first and the rest will come naturally. You're not incomplete, you're not lacking, you're simply in a season of preparation. And when you embrace that, you'll find that your journey becomes clearer, your impact becomes greater, and your life becomes richer. This is your time to build, to grow, to achieve. The right person will join you when the time is right. Until then, keep moving forward. You're not alone, you're aligned. You're not missing out, you're leveling up. And when you fully step into your purpose, you'll attract the right connection effortlessly. So stop looking outward for validation. Look inward for inspiration. You have everything you need to succeed. Romance can wait, your destiny cannot. You're not here to fit in, you're here to stand out. And standing out means staying focused. Keep your eyes on the prize and let everything else fall into place. Would you like me to continue expanding the remaining keynotes? Embrace the gift of focus. Focus is a superpower. In a world drowning in distractions, those who can lock in, tune out the noise, and commit to their goals are the ones who change the game. Right now, your solitude isn't a punishment, it's an invitation to embrace that superpower. Think about it, how often do we waste energy chasing things that don't matter? People scroll through their lives, jumping from one meaningless task to another, wondering why they feel empty. But not you. You're in a unique position to concentrate fully on what truly counts. Your focus is your fuel. It's what drives your mission forward. Without it, even the best ideas fizzle out. But with it, even the smallest effort can grow into something monumental. Solitude gives you the space to direct that focus with laser-like precision. When you're not tethered to the demands of others, you can ask yourself the most important questions. What do I want? What am I building? What legacy will I leave behind? These answers don't come when you're distracted. They come when you're dialed in. The truth is, most people avoid focus because it forces them to face themselves. It's easier to jump from distraction to distraction than to sit alone with your thoughts. But you're different. You've been chosen to embrace this gift, to turn your solitude into a laboratory for transformation. Every great achievement starts with undivided attention. When you focus, you make progress faster. When you focus, you make better decisions. When you focus, you see opportunities others overlook. It's a gift, and it's yours right now. Don't squander this season by wishing it away. Use it. Dive deep into your passions, your craft, your purpose. Let this be the time when you lay the foundation for everything you're destined to accomplish. Your energy is finite. Where you direct it determines the quality of your life. The world will try to pull you in 1,000 directions, but your power lies in saying no to what doesn't serve you and yes to what drives your mission forward. Focus isn't just about what you do, it's about who you become. The more you focus, the more you align with your highest self. And when you align with your highest self, nothing can stop you. This isn't a time to multitask. This isn't a time to dilute your efforts. This is a time to go all in, to commit fully, to pour your heart and soul into what matters most. When you look back on this season, you won't regret the parties you missed or the relationships you didn't chase. You'll be proud of what you built, the skills you mastered, and the person you became. Distractions are everywhere, but focus is rare. That's why it's so powerful. When you focus, you're not just working, you're creating. You're building a life that reflects your deepest values and your greatest potential. Every minute of focused effort compounds. It's like planting seeds in a fertile field. At first, you may not see the results, but over time, the harvest will be undeniable. So embrace this gift. Guard it fiercely. Let your focus guide you, empower you, and transform you. Because when you fully commit to your purpose, the world will feel the ripple effects for generations. The right people will find you. You don't need to chase people. You don't need to convince anyone to stay in your life. The right people, the ones who truly align with your purpose, will find you when the time is right. Too often we waste energy trying to fit into places we've outgrown. We cling to relationships that no longer serve us, afraid of what will happen if we let go. But here's the truth: letting go creates space for the right people to come in. When you're walking your path as a chosen one, it's natural to feel misunderstood. Not everyone will see your vision. Not everyone will resonate with your energy. And that's okay. You're not here to please everyone. You're here to fulfill your purpose. The people who are meant for you won't need explanations. They won't question your drive or doubt your dreams. They'll see your light, and they'll want to walk beside you, not dim your glow. You don't have to change who you are to attract the right connections. In fact, the more authentic you are, the more magnetic you become. Authenticity is like a beacon. It calls out to those who are on the same wavelength. This doesn't mean the journey won't feel lonely at times. It will. But loneliness isn't a sign of failure. It's a sign that you're clearing the way for something better. The more you focus on your mission, the more you'll align with those who share your values. Stop worrying about who's not in your life right now. Start focusing on becoming the best version of yourself. When you do, you'll naturally attract the right people at the right time. The relationships that truly matter are built on mutual respect, shared vision, and a deep understanding of each other's purpose. You don't need to chase those connections. They'll flow into your life as you grow. Think of it this way: you're like a tree. Your roots are your purpose, grounding you and making you strong. As you grow, the right branches, leaves, and fruits will naturally form. You don't have to force it. It's a natural process. Don't settle for surface-level relationships just to fill the void. Hold out for the people who inspire you, challenge you, and elevate you. The ones who see your potential and push you to reach it. The right people won't be threatened by your ambition. They won't ask you to shrink yourself to make them comfortable. They'll cheer you on, celebrate your wins, and stand by you through the challenges. This isn't about having a large circle. It's about having a meaningful one. Quality over quantity always. A few genuine connections are worth more than 1,000 superficial ones. So trust the process. Trust that as you continue to walk your path, the right people will cross it. You don't need to rush or force it. What's meant for you will always find you. Keep your focus on your purpose and let everything else fall into place. The right people, the right opportunities, the right moments, they're all waiting for you. All you have to do is stay true to yourself. Loneliness is temporary. Greatness is eternal. Loneliness is a feeling, not a fact. And feelings, no matter how intense, are temporary. But greatness is eternal. Greatness leaves a mark on the world that lasts far beyond your lifetime. The challenge is to see loneliness not as a roadblock, but as a stepping stone toward your ultimate purpose. Loneliness is the space where transformation begins. When you feel that void, it's not a punishment, it's an invitation. It's an opportunity to go deeper into your mission, your gifts, and your calling. The discomfort you feel is a signal that you're in the middle of growth. Think of the caterpillar. Before it becomes a butterfly, it retreats into solitude. In that stillness, it doesn't just grow, it transforms. That's what loneliness is for you. It's the cocoon phase, the period of preparation before your breakthrough. When you're lonely, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking something is wrong with you. But the truth is, nothing is wrong. You're simply walking a path that few dare to take. Most people seek comfort, you seek greatness. That's why your journey feels different. Loneliness can teach you things that connection never can. It teaches you resilience, it teaches you independence. It teaches you how to find strength within yourself, rather than relying on external validation. These lessons are priceless. This isn't to say loneliness is easy, it's not. But nothing worthwhile ever is. Growth requires discomfort. Change requires sacrifice. And greatness requires moments of solitude where you're forced to confront who you are and who you're becoming. The pain of loneliness is temporary, but the rewards of walking your unique path are infinite. Every great leader, artist, and innovator has faced moments of isolation. They didn't let it break them. They let it build them. You have to trust the process. Trust that this season of solitude is shaping you into the person you're meant to be. Trust that the connections you crave will come when the time is right, and they'll align perfectly with your purpose. Loneliness isn't the absence of connection, it's the presence of possibility. It's the space where you can dream bigger, plan smarter, and prepare for the incredible journey ahead. This is your time to dig deep, to discover what you're truly capable of, to focus on your goals without distraction, to build a foundation so strong that nothing can shake it. The world rewards those who are willing to endure the lonely moments. It rewards those who choose their mission over comfort. It rewards those who keep moving forward even when the path feels empty. When you look back on this phase of your life, you'll see it for what it truly is, a gift. A time when you had the chance to focus solely on your growth, your purpose, and your vision. A time that prepared you for the incredible future ahead. So hold on, stay the course. Know that loneliness is just a chapter, not the whole story. And when this chapter ends, you'll step into a life so fulfilling, so meaningful, that you'll realize every lonely moment was worth it. You are not alone, you are in preparation. And the greatness you're building right now will echo for generations. The best love story is with yourself. The greatest love story of your life isn't about someone else. It's about you. It's about learning to honor yourself, respect yourself, and value yourself. Because the relationship you have with yourself sets the tone for every other relationship you'll ever have. Too often we look for love outside of ourselves. We think a partner will fill the void, heal the wounds, or make us feel whole. But the truth is, no one can give you what you refuse to give yourself. Self-love isn't selfish, it's foundational. It's the cornerstone of confidence, resilience, and joy. When you love yourself fully, you stop settling for less than you deserve. You stop chasing people who don't value you. You start attracting connections that reflect your worth. Loving yourself means accepting your flaws without judgment. It means celebrating your strengths without apology. It means being your own biggest cheerleader, even on the days when you feel like your own worst enemy. This isn't about vanity or arrogance. It's about recognizing your inherent value as a human being. It's about understanding that your worth isn't tied to anyone else's opinion of you. You are enough exactly as you are. When you build a strong foundation of self-love, you become unstoppable. You stop looking for external validation because you already know your worth. You stop fearing rejection because you understand that it doesn't define you. Self-love is a practice, not a destination. It's something you cultivate every day through your thoughts, actions, and choices. It's in the way you speak to yourself, the boundaries you set, and the goals you pursue. The best part, when you fall in love with yourself, you become magnetic. You attract people and opportunities that align with your energy. You radiate confidence, and that confidence draws in the right connections. Your solitude isn't a void, it's an opportunity to deepen your relationship with yourself. It's a chance to discover who you are, what you want, and what you need to thrive. When you love yourself, you stop settling. You stop compromising your values, your goals, and your happiness for the sake of others. You start living authentically, and that authenticity is powerful. This isn't an overnight transformation, it's a journey. But every step you take toward self-love is a step toward freedom. Freedom from doubt, fear, and insecurity. Freedom to live fully and unapologetically. The greatest gift you can give the world is a fully realized version of yourself. And that starts with love real, unconditional love for who you are. So start today. Celebrate your wins, big or small. Forgive yourself for past mistakes. Honor your boundaries. And remember, the best love story of your life is the one you write with yourself. Isolation is a season, not a sentence. Isolation is not a life sentence. It's a season of growth, transformation, and preparation. It may feel heavy right now, but seasons change. And with that change comes a new chapter, one filled with opportunities and connections that align with your purpose. The world often paints isolation as a negative, something to avoid at all costs. But what if I told you it's one of the most powerful tools for self-discovery? It's not the end of something, it's the beginning. The beginning of a stronger, more focused, more empowered you. Isolation gives you the space to hear your inner voice. In the noise of the world, that voice gets drowned out. But in solitude, you start to recognize its power. It tells you who you are, what you're capable of, and where you're headed. This season is about recalibration. It's about stepping back, reassessing your goals, and realigning with your highest purpose. You can't do that when you're constantly surrounded by the opinions and expectations of others. Isolation gives you the clarity to see your path. Think of it like winter. In winter, the trees appear barren, lifeless. But beneath the surface, they're conserving energy, preparing for the bloom of spring. Your isolation is that winter. You're conserving your energy, focusing it inward, and getting ready to flourish. It's easy to feel like you're stuck, like this season will never end. But seasons are temporary. Just as winter gives way to spring, your isolation will give way to connection. And when it does, you'll be ready, stronger, wiser, and more aligned than ever. Don't rush this season. Don't try to escape it. Embrace it. Use it. It's a rare opportunity to focus entirely on yourself, your growth, and your dreams. Once this season passes, you'll be glad you took full advantage of it.